Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast channel. I'm James, and today we have a very special episode about something we all do every day, our daily routine. Amelia, my co-host, is here with me as always. Amelia, how are you today?
Hi, everyone. I'm Amelia, and I'm feeling great, James. Daily routines are really interesting. Even though we do them every day, each person's day can feel so different. Sometimes just talking about small things like waking up, brushing teeth, or having breakfast can help us practice English in a fun way.
Absolutely. And today we are going to walk through a whole day from morning to night, step by step. We'll talk about things you do, things you see, and how to describe your feelings. And the best part is, we'll do it as a story, so you can imagine yourself in it. Let's start with the morning. Amelia, what is your usual morning like?
Oh, my mornings are simple but nice. Usually I wake up at around 7 a.m., but sometimes I wake up earlier if I can't sleep well. The first thing I do is open the window and see the sunlight. I love feeling the fresh air and listening to the birds. It makes me feel happy and ready for the day.
That sounds so peaceful. For me, mornings are a little different. I often wake up with an alarm that rings very loudly. Sometimes I feel sleepy and I wish I could sleep 5 more minutes, but then I remember I need to start my day. The first thing I do is stretch my arms and legs. Stretching helps me feel awake.
Yes, stretching is very important. And while you stretch, you can also practice English in your mind. For example, you can say, I am stretching my arms. I feel relaxed. I am ready for today. Little sentences like this are perfect for beginners.
That's a great tip, Amelia. And after stretching, I go to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. I like to describe what I'm doing in English. For example, I am washing my face with cold water. It feels fresh. I am brushing my teeth carefully. When we describe actions in English, it helps our speaking flow.
Exactly. And sometimes I also look in the mirror and smile at myself. I say, good morning, today will be a good day. Saying positive sentences in English every morning is like giving yourself a small energy boost. It also helps you think in English naturally.
I love that. So after brushing teeth, what's next for you, Amelia? Do you go straight to breakfast?
Usually, yes. Breakfast is important for me. I like simple food like bread, eggs, and tea. While I eat, I try to think about my day and plan it. And sometimes I talk to myself in English. For example, I am eating bread. I am drinking tea. Today I will work and learn new things.
That's a really good habit, and I also like to eat breakfast slowly. Sometimes I listen to soft music while eating, and I practice English by describing my food. I have an egg. I have toast. My tea is hot. I feel happy.
These small sentences are very powerful, James. They help beginners feel confident. And here's a tip. You can also describe your surroundings. For example, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, the birds are singing. It makes your English practice richer and more natural.
Oh yes, I do that too. When I look outside my window, I often say, the tree is green, the wind is soft, the day is quiet. It's like telling a small story about your morning, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes to speak fluently.
Exactly. And mornings are not only about actions. We can also describe feelings. For example, I feel sleepy, but I am happy to start the day. I feel calm and ready. You see, James, even simple feelings can be expressed in English, and it makes your speech sound alive.
That's very true. So after breakfast, what do you usually do, Amelia?
Oh, I like to take a short walk if the weather's nice. I go outside and feel the fresh air. While walking, I practice sentences like, I am walking slowly. I feel the wind on my face. The flowers smell good. The day is bright.
That's wonderful. Walking and speaking English at the same time is a great exercise. I also like to do that sometimes. And if I cannot go outside, I just walk around my room and describe what I see. I see a table. I see a chair. I see a book on the table. It's simple but very useful.
And here's another tip for our listeners. You can imagine a little story while walking. For example, I am walking to the park. I see a dog. The dog is playing. I smile and wave at the dog. You are telling a story, and it helps your English sound natural.
Yes, and that's very helpful. And you can even practice questions while you describe your walk. For example, what is the dog doing? Where is the dog running? Who is playing with the dog? Asking questions makes your English thinking more active.
You know, James, mornings can also include small tasks at home, like cleaning the table, watering plants, or organizing your bag. And we can describe them in English. I am cleaning the table. I put the dishes away. I water the flowers. I am organizing my bag.
That's a very good point. Even simple daily actions can be a big part of English practice, and it doesn't need to be perfect. The goal is to speak slowly, clearly, and naturally.
Exactly. And while you do these tasks, you can also think about your feelings. I feel calm. I feel a little tired. I am happy with my work. I am excited to learn English. Feelings are very important because they make your English sound real and expressive.
And one more thing, Amelia. Mornings are also a time for preparation. Sometimes we need to check our schedule or think about the day ahead. And we can describe that in English. I will meet my friend today. I will study English. I will do my work carefully.
Yes, James, and describing your day like this helps you organize your mind and your English skills at the same time. Listeners, try to imagine your morning while speaking English. Describe everything slowly. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are normal, and the more you practice, the better you get.
Absolutely. And before we move to the next part of the day, let's practice a small conversation that listeners can repeat. Amelia, can you show an example?
Sure, James. Let's imagine we meet a friend in the morning.
Good morning, Amelia. How are you today?
Good morning, James. I feel happy. The weather's nice. How about you?
I feel good too. I just had breakfast and went for a short walk.
That sounds nice. I also walked a little and saw the birds singing.
Wow, the birds are singing? I should look outside too.
See, James, this is simple, but it's very useful for daily English practice. You can change the sentences based on your day.
Exactly. And that brings us to the first big takeaway of our podcast. Your morning is full of opportunities to practice English. Even small things like stretching, washing your face, having breakfast, walking, or cleaning can become English speaking practice.
That's right. And remember, listeners, the key is to speak slowly, describe what you see and feel, and enjoy the process. English is like telling your own little story every day.
Perfect. So let's get ready to move to the next part of the day, mid-morning activities. But before that, let's take a moment and repeat a few sentences from our morning routine.
Yes, repeat after me. I wake up at 7 a.m. I stretch my arms. I wash my face. I eat breakfast. I feel happy and ready for the day.
Excellent. Keep practicing these simple sentences every morning, and you'll notice a big improvement in your English speaking and listening skills.
That's it for our first section, listeners. In the next section, we will explore mid-morning activities, work, study, and talking about our daily tasks in English. You'll learn new words, questions, and ways to describe your actions naturally.
Thank you, Amelia, and thank you, listeners, for joining us in this morning journey. See you in the next section. Welcome back, everyone. I'm James, and I'm here with Amelia. Now that we've finished talking about the morning, let's move on to mid-morning. Amelia, what usually happens for you after breakfast?
Hi, everyone. Well, after breakfast, I usually start my work. Sometimes it's office work, sometimes it's studying English, or sometimes it's doing small tasks at home. The key is to focus on what you do and describe it in English while you do it.
That's a very good point. Even if we are busy, we can still practice English. For example, if I start working on my computer, I can say, I am opening my computer. I am checking my emails. I am typing a message. Simple sentences, but very clear.
Exactly. And listeners, the mid-morning is a great time to describe your tasks. You can say, I am reading a book. I am writing notes. I am learning new words. By doing this, you practice present continuous tense.
Perfect. See, listeners, even simple conversations help a lot, and you can practice them with friends, family, or even by yourself.
And after early afternoon, sometimes I like to do a short activity that I enjoy. For example, reading a story, listening to music, or practicing English. You can describe these activities too. I am reading a story. I feel calm. I'm listening to music. I feel happy. I'm practicing English. I feel excited.
That's a very good point. And listeners, you can also describe small feelings during activities. I feel relaxed. I feel a little sleepy. I feel happy. I feel calm. Simple feelings are very useful to practice natural English.
And before we finish this section, let's do a short practice session together. Listeners, repeat after us.
I ate lunch. I feel full. I am resting. I am happy. I see the sun outside.
I am drinking tea. I feel calm. I am walking slowly. I see the trees. I feel relaxed.
Excellent. Practicing short sentences like this every day will help you speak English naturally and confidently.
And the big takeaway from lunch and early afternoon is describe your actions, describe your surroundings, describe your feelings, and ask questions. Everything you do is practice.
Perfect. And in the next section, we will talk about late afternoon and evening activities, how to finish work, relax, and prepare for the night in English. It's going to be very practical and useful for daily conversation.
Yes, thank you, James, and thank you, listeners, for joining us in this lunch and early afternoon journey. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next section.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm James, and I'm here with Amelia. Now that we've talked about early afternoon, it's time to move to the late afternoon and evening. Amelia, how do you usually spend this time?
Hi, everyone. Late afternoon is a very interesting part of the day. Usually, I finish my work or study. I like to complete tasks before the evening so that I can relax later. And while doing these activities, I practice English by describing what I do.
That's great. For example, if I finish my report, I can say, I am finishing my report. I am sending emails. I feel satisfied. I am ready to rest soon. These sentences are simple, but they are perfect for daily English practice.
Yes, James, and listeners, this is also a good time to describe your feelings. I feel tired but happy. I feel calm. I am proud of finishing my tasks. Even small feelings make your English sound natural and expressive.
Absolutely. And late afternoon is also a good time for hobbies. For example, reading, listening to music, drawing, or even walking. You can describe these activities in English. I am reading a story. I feel excited. I am listening to music. I feel relaxed. I am drawing a picture. I feel happy.
Oh, yes, and you can also describe what you see around you while doing hobbies. The sky is orange with sunset. The wind is soft. The flowers are beautiful. I see children playing outside. Describing surroundings helps beginners build vocabulary and practice speaking naturally.
Another idea for late afternoon is to do a small physical activity, for example, stretching or light exercise. I am stretching my arms. I am moving my legs. I feel my body getting stronger. I feel good. Physical activities are great for both health and English practice.
And for listeners, you can also describe the process step by step. For example, if you are cooking a small snack in the evening, I am boiling water. I am making tea. I am cutting a sandwich. I am eating slowly. I feel happy. Step-by-step description is very useful for English learners.
That's a good point, and late afternoon is also a good time to review your day in English. I woke up at 7. I ate breakfast. I worked in the morning. I ate lunch and rested. I finished my tasks. I feel happy and calm. This summary helps practice past tense and present feelings.
Yes, and it's also a good time to plan the evening. In the evening, I will read a book. I will talk to my family. I will relax. I will prepare dinner. Planning in English makes your mind think naturally in English.
Another tip is to practice short dialogues with friends or family in the evening. For example,
Hi, Amelia. How was your day?
"Hi, James. My day was good. I worked, studied, and rested. How about you?"
I finished my tasks and went for a short walk. I feel happy.
That's great. Let's enjoy the evening.
Yes, James. Short conversations like this are perfect for practice. Even if you are alone, you can imagine a conversation and speak out loud. It helps build confidence and fluency.
Late afternoon is also a good time for creative activities. For example, writing a diary in English. Today I woke up at 7. I ate breakfast and worked in the morning. I ate lunch and rested. I finished my tasks. I feel happy. I am excited for tomorrow. Writing in English and reading it aloud is very effective.
That's a very good idea, James. And you can also describe small feelings and thoughts. I feel tired but proud. I feel calm. I am happy I learned new words today. Expressing feelings makes English sound natural and alive.
Absolutely. And late afternoon is also a good time for listening practice. You can describe sounds around you in the evening. I hear birds outside. I hear cars passing. I hear children playing. I feel peaceful.
Listening and describing improves both speaking and listening skills.
Oh, yes, James. And late afternoon is also a good time to talk about hobbies. For example, if you play music, I am playing guitar. I feel happy. I hear the music. I enjoy the sound. Or if you paint, I am painting a picture. I see colors. I feel relaxed. I enjoy my work.
Another tip for learners, late afternoon is a good time for repetition. Repeat sentences you learned in the morning or mid-morning. For example, I ate breakfast. I worked in the morning. I rested after lunch. I finished my tasks. I feel happy. Repetition builds confidence and fluency. And don't forget to practice questions. For example, what did I do today? How did I feel? What was easy? What was difficult? What will I do tomorrow? Asking questions in English helps your brain think in English.
Evening is also a good time to describe dinner. I am eating rice and vegetables. I feel full. I am drinking water. I feel happy. I enjoy my dinner. You can also describe taste, smell, and texture. The rice is soft. The vegetables are fresh. The soup is hot. The tea is sweet.
And you can also make short conversations at dinner.
Hi, Amelia. What are you eating?
Hi, James. I am eating vegetables. They are fresh. How about you?
I am eating rice and eggs. I feel happy. Dinner is nice.
Late afternoon and evening are also a perfect time to relax. You can say, I am sitting on the sofa. I feel calm. I am drinking tea. I feel relaxed. Even describing simple relaxation is very useful for English learners.
Yes, James. And before bedtime, it's a good idea to reflect on your day. I woke up at 7. I ate breakfast. I worked in the morning. I ate lunch and rested. I finished my tasks. I feel proud and happy. Reflection helps practice past tense and present feelings.
Yes, and you can even make small stories about your day. I woke up and saw the sun. I ate breakfast and drank tea.
I worked on my computer. I ate lunch and rested. I finished my tasks and felt happy. The day was good. Simple stories like this make your English fluent and natural.
And nighttime is also a great time to practice questions. What did I do today? How did I feel? What was easy? What was difficult? What will I do tomorrow? Asking questions helps you think in English and improves your speaking naturally.
Another tip for listeners is to describe the surroundings before bed. The room is quiet. The lights are soft. The moon is bright outside. I hear a little wind. I feel calm. Describing your environment builds vocabulary and listening skills.
And if you like, you can also add imagination. I see stars in the sky. The moon is shining. The night is peaceful. I imagine a happy tomorrow. Imagination makes English fun and expressive.
And nighttime is also perfect for planning for tomorrow. You can say, tomorrow I will wake up at 7. I will eat breakfast. I will study English. I will work. I will take a rest. I hope tomorrow is a good day. Planning in English prepares your mind for speaking naturally.
Another idea is to do a short bedtime conversation with yourself or a family member. For example,
Good evening, Amelia. How are you?
good evening, James. I am calm and happy. I finished my tasks. How about you?
I am relaxed. I reflected on my day. I feel proud and ready for sleep.
That's great. Sleep well and have sweet dreams.
Perfect. Even short dialogues like this are excellent practice. And you can always speak aloud, even if no one is there. It helps build confidence and fluency.
Nighttime